Welcome to our last video from Belize. Our second to last day in Belize was a Saturday, so the markets and everything else were still open. We got up early to go to the market and grab some breakfast before our early morning trip to the Mayan ruins. After a brief tour around the market, we ended up at Mike's to have breakfast. It was a well-reviewed local location and it had excellent food as advertised. You'll see here a local waving at us because we're filming. This happened quite frequently in Belize, and we thought it was funny because no one watches our channel, and it was just kind of fun. After a short wait at the tour office, about a block from our hotel room, we headed out on the road. Most everyone else on the tours were going to the river floating tour, and we were the only ones doing this tour, so it was just the two of us and two guides. To get to the ruins, you need to go across this hand crank ferry, which is kind of a touristy attraction, as it's kind of an interesting thing that they don't install a motor on this ferry. Once we arrived at the ruins, we got out. It was already pretty darn warm at 9 o'clock in the morning. It was in the 90s, and we headed up the hill to go see the ruins. Our guide had been doing this tour for years, so he knew everything. He had a great knowledge of all the history of the local area and basically talked most of the way around, giving us all the information we needed. He even told us about some of the local vegetation that was poisonous. From the top of the main temple, you can see a wide view that goes out to Guatemala, as we are very close to the Guatemala border at this point. On the way down from the main building, we said hi to some sleeping bats. Not far from the main building was the first ball court, which we were told often included, or sometimes included, human sacrifices for the loser. As the day got hotter, our tour guide decided to take cover in the trees as we wandered around, climbed up the second largest building in the area, and took some photos and videos. Melody wanted to give her a try at the hand crank. The fellow was happy to let her try, but had to help her get it started. Right across the river are some touristy shops that the tour guides let you hang around in, and there's only a couple open, and we decided to head out.
Hello! This morning we got up early, went to the market, and then head over to our Mayan ruin tour. It was super hot.
Yep, it's a pretty quick 20-minute drive out, and we're the only two people on the tour.
Yeah.
Everyone else took the river tour, which in hindsight would have been nice, but we wanted to go see the Mayan ruins. So so we were the only two people on the tour, so it went pretty quick. It was only about a little over 2.5 hours instead of the 3 to 4 that they quote. So it was fun, it was nice, but it was too hot because it's in the mid to high 90s with a high humidity, so it's
feel like 110.
Yeah, that's what the weather says. So even the locals think it's too hot. We were talking to the girl at the restaurant
across the street,
and the waitress, and she was saying that it was too hot for them, her too. So I felt less bad about how hot I felt. When we got back, my shirt was completely coated in sweat. But it was cool. We would still recommend doing it. Maybe don't do it at the first week of May when it's the hottest time of year.
Yeah.
But definitely it was a nice little walk around. It was our guide was really helpful and told us a bunch of interesting history. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I lost my sunglasses walking around, but we went and bought a new pair for $5 US.
Yeah.
They were about the equivalent cheap crappiness of my original sunglasses, so no loss. And then we still have Cinqo de Mayo tonight. Tonight's Saturday.
Yeah.
So yesterday and today, even though it's only the 2nd. Today's the 3rd.
Yeah, because Cinco de Mayo is not on the weekend, so they celebrate on the weekend. So the whole town has like a block for Cinco de Mayo. But the guy is saying it's Cinco de Mayo because this is town of Kale district.
Also, we went to the little market before lunch, after we got back and showered and stuff. We went to the local market. It's a huge produce market.
Yeah.
It's actually where I bought the cheap sunglasses, and they have a few restaurants there. Some places were starting to close. We went through around 3, but unfortunately, we don't really have any place to put the produce, but the produce was
fresh,
really good and cheap.
A lot of spices.
Could have got half a melon for $3.
Yeah.
At least, so it's really cheap here.
Yeah.
So we're just checking in because we haven't checked in since yesterday, and then we're gonna go wander around now that it's kind of the sun's going down. It's starting to cool off, and there's wind picking up. And another night of Cinco de Mayo, they were out till midnight last night. So
I didn't know. I
and it's right outside our window. So she slept through it, but there's tons of blasting music everywhere. So that'll happen again tonight, and then we have no idea what we're doing tomorrow morning because it's going to be a little bit hotter tomorrow than it was today, and that's just miserable. So
really hot.
So if we do anything, it'll be early in the morning. So check it out. We'll check in tomorrow probably.
Yeah.
Bye.
After a little searching, we found out there was one ice cream shop in town. It was not far from us, so we went over to the ice cream shop. This being the last celebration night of Cinco de Mayo in San Ignacio, a Saturday night, we decided to go out and get dinner on the town. One of Melody's favorite stops for the evening was this smoothie that she got that had those kind of spices you get on fruit in Mexico oftentimes. I wasn't a fan, but she loved it. Afterwards, we got some street corn, and we found out that they spread a cheese on top of it and then put these different toppings on the street corn. What we didn't know was how sour the cheese in the local area was. We weren't a big fan of it. Also, as an American, you expect corn to be a little bit sweet, but this was more like a maize kind of corn, so it wasn't very sweet at all. For dinner, we stopped at this burrito stand and I got a $2 burrito. It wasn't very good, but it was $2, so you really can't complain.
Hello, it's another hot day in San Ignacio. It's almost 100.
Well, It's like 95 right now.
Okay.
It'll get
almost.
hotter.
Yeah.
It's noon.
Very hot. So we went out twice. The first time we went to the farmer's market that way, getting pupusa for breakfast. One pupusa is $3 and one juice is $2.50. And then we came back, take a break because it's too hot.
Yep. And that was around, what, 9 o'clock? A little after 9 this morning. And nothing's open because it's Sunday. And
Everybody goes to church.
Yeah, everyone's in church. And we just went to a little coffee shop a couple blocks away. It's a really fancy little place. It was called the Daily Grind. And we both had what, coconut cream? I had a coconut cream ice latte. And you had
coconut foam.
Coconut cream foam.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And she had a matcha one that was coconut cream foam.
It's really yummy.
Super yummy. And then we had asked for a piece of mango cake, but because the mango cake was
mango mousse cake, yeah.
And because it was a little bit droopy, they were like, okay, we'll give you 2 pieces. We're like, but we didn't want 2 pieces. So we each had a piece.
I think he meant falling apart when he cut it.
It was like kind of falling over. Anyways, it was
really yummy.
Yeah, it was really yummy, but we weren't planning on having 2 pieces. We're planning on having 1 piece shared. So now we're both full and it's lunchtime. It's like 1 o'clock. So we just had cake for lunch. But it was really good. It's kind of a fancy little place underneath a boutique hotel, like 2 blocks from here. And it was like the best dessert we've had yet, I think.
So far.
And the best coffee we've had yet.
Yeah.
It was really good and mellow. So anyways, we thought we'd check in. It's 1 o'clock and it's so hot. We aren't going to walk to anything really.
Yeah, we thought a park nearby has shades, but no.
Yeah, there's
we
not
turn
much.
around.
Yeah, everything here is a walk down a highway or a narrow road with no sidewalks or anything like that. And it's just all super hot with no shade. And even our waitress yesterday said it was too hot. So
yeah,
she's on board with this. It's too hot. But yeah, so we're just kind of not doing much today, hanging out Sunday. We leave tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Back to Belize, and then the next day we catch our flight.
Yeah.
So signing out from San Ignacio, and maybe we'll find some dinner later that's open, because most shops are still closed because it's Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
After cooling off in the room for a bit, we decided to take a walk around town to try to find some lunch on a late afternoon. Many of the places Google Maps said were open weren't open on Sundays. In total, there were 2 places we found that were actually open, and so we stopped at Ko'ok's Hana. There, of course, was no air conditioning, and we were sitting there in the sweltering heat, but we did get a fruit smoothie and some good food. This was our second experience having cheese in this area on our food, and we found out that they also use sour cheese in these quesadillas like they do on the corn. For our final full day in Belize, we started by catching our ride back to Belize City. The driver we had booked actually couldn't make it, so his wife actually did the trip for us, and she was really great at explaining a lot of the local things in Belize, including buying property and how things work for foreigners. All in all, we actually learned quite a bit from both him and his wife on our drives to and from San Ignacio.
Hi guys.
Hello, we made it to
Belize City.
Yep, we're at the Best Western, about 15 minutes from the airport. We just got dropped off. It's 1 o'clock, and our room was ready, which is really nice. And Melody is not feeling very well, which is not very nice. She got sick, and
which is rare.
Yeah, which is rare. Her tummy is upset, so she's been kind of out of commission today. So yeah, I'll do a quick room tour, and then, I mean, we don't have much else to do besides get some food, hang out, and go to our flight early tomorrow morning. But it's a pretty nice room. It's very American standard kind of room, which is nice for our last night here. So I'll do a quick room tour. Okay, so we go into our room. This is the main area. We have a nice large bed, ceiling fan, big TV. We've got a microwave, refrigerator, all kinds of modern amenities. We've got wireless charging on our lamps,
and touch sensitive lamps, which is interesting. We're right outside our parking lot, and big mirror and a desk here. And then we've got a place where Melody's not feeling good. And then we've got a pretty big bathroom. Yeah, it's a nice big basin. We've got a coffee maker and enormous mirrors, and then a really nice tub. So pretty happy with the room. Wasn't terribly expensive, wasn't terribly cheap. But that's the room tour. So it's 1 o'clock, so I'm gonna go get some lunch. Melody's not feeling good, so she'll probably just camp here and take a nap, and probably won't check in later, but we have a flight tomorrow morning. Maybe we'll check in, maybe we won't. It's gonna be not the greatest flight because we have to transfer into the US through LAX, which means customs in LAX and then catch another flight. So hopefully nothing goes wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, checking out. After an afternoon of rest, Melody was able to make it out of the hotel room to go get some dinner. There was an excellent Greek place a couple blocks down the street, and that's where we went, and we really enjoyed it.